An ordinary, damaged 20 pence Queen Elizabeth II coin could secretly be worth millions of dollars. Rare state errors hide in bad condition coins most people ignore every day. First up, the 20 pence coin dated 2002 bearing the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which shows a female image on the obverse, has visible spots or stains on its surface and no visible mint mark, and this overall appearance is completely normal for a circulating United Kingdom coin and can be fully explained by the way the coin was manufactured, the metal from which it was made, and the environmental and handling conditions it has experienced over time. This coin was produced by the Royal Mint of the United Kingdom, an institution that traditionally does not use mint marks on standard circulation coinage, so the absence of any mint mark is not an error, defect, or sign of wear, but rather an intentional design and minting practice that applies to almost all modern British coins, including the 20 pence denomination, and therefore the fact that no mint mark can be seen should be considered completely expected. The coin is struck in cupro-nickel, an alloy consisting of approximately 75% copper and 25% nickel, chosen for its durability and resistance to corrosion, yet despite this resistance, the metal is still chemically active enough to undergo slow oxidation and surface toning when exposed to air, moisture, and contaminants, and it is this natural chemical process that most commonly produces the gray, black, brown, or cloudy patches that collectors and the general public often describe as spots or stains, which are not rust because the coin contains no iron, but rather a thin alteration of the surface metal caused by long-term environmental exposure. Such spots can develop or intensify when the coin has spent years in circulation, passing repeatedly through hands, pockets, purses, vending machines, and cash registers, where it comes into frequent contact with skin oils, sweat, dust, fabric fibers, and microscopic debris, all of which can contribute to uneven discoloration and dulling of the original mint luster, and additional factors such as high humidity, storage in damp locations, exposure to rain or water, or brief contact with household chemicals like soap, detergents, or mild acids can further accelerate the formation of these surface marks. In many cases, the spots appear irregular in shape and distribution, sometimes lighter or darker than the surrounding metal, and they may be accompanied by fine scratches, abrasion, and softening of detail, particularly on the higher points of the design, such as Queen Elizabeth II's hair, facial features, and the rim of the coin, all of which are typical signs of a circulated example rather than indicators of a rare minting flaw. Although some people may wonder whether such spots represent a mint error or manufacturing defect, genuine mint-related flaws on cupro-nickel coins are relatively uncommon and usually present as raised areas, metal bubbles, or subsurface imperfections that were present at the time of striking, whereas most flat, discolored, or patchy marks seen on everyday coins are classified by numismatists as post-mint environmental or circulation damage, which does not add collectible value and in fact usually reduces it. The year 2002 was a period of high mintage for the 20 pence coin, with millions produced for daily use across the UK, meaning that the coin is not rare by date, and unless it is in exceptional uncirculated condition, a proof strike, or a clearly identifiable and authenticated mint error, its market value remains close to face value, with surface spots further limiting any potential premium. Attempts to remove these stains by cleaning or polishing are strongly discouraged, as cleaning strips away the original surface, leaves unnatural shine and hairline scratches, and permanently diminishes the coin's desirability to collectors, who generally prefer coins in their original, untouched state even if they show natural toning or discoloration. Overall, a 2002 Elizabeth II 20 pence coin with a female portrait, visible surface spots, and no mint mark is best understood as a typical circulated British decimal coin, whose current condition reflects normal aging, handling, and environmental exposure over many years, rather than anything unusual or rare in its manufacture or design. Next up, the 20-pence coin dated 2004 featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, the female image on the front, with visible surface spots or stains dog, and no visible mint mark is a completely normal example of a modern circulating United Kingdom decimal coin, and its present condition can be clearly explained by standard royal mint practices, the metal composition of the coin, and the environmental and handling history it has experienced since entering circulation. This coin was struck by the Royal Mint, which traditionally does not include mint marks on regular circulation coins, so the absence of a mint mark is expected and should not be interpreted as wear, damage, or an error. Even when the coin shows discoloration, the 2004 20p is made of cupro-nickel, an alloy consisting of approximately 75% copper and 25% nickel, selected for durability and resistance to corrosion. Yet despite this resistance, the alloy is still subject to slow oxidation, toning, and surface reactions when exposed over long periods to air, humidity, temperature changes, and contaminants, and these chemical reactions are the primary reason dark, gray, brown, or cloudy patches develop on the surface, which many people describe as spots, stains, or dog, and these marks are not rust because the coin contains no iron, but rather a thin alteration of the metal's surface. Over years of circulation, the coin repeatedly passes through hands, pockets, purses, vending machines, and cash drawers, coming into frequent contact with skin oils, sweat, dust, fabric fibers, and microscopic grit, all of which can accelerate discoloration, dull the original mint luster, and create fine scratches and abrasions, particularly on the high points of the design such as Queen Elizabeth II's hair, facial features, and the raised lettering, while additional exposure to moist or humid environments, brief contact with water, storage in damp locations, or accidental contact with household chemicals such as soaps or detergents can further intensify uneven staining and patchy toning. Although such surface marks sometimes led people to suspect a mint error or manufacturing defect, genuine mint-related flaws in cupro-nickel coins are relatively uncommon and usually appear as raised metal irregularities, subsurface bubbles, or clearly defined planchet defects that were present at the time of striking, whereas the majority of flat, discolored, or irregular spots seen on circulated coins are classified by numismatists as post-mint environmental or circulation damage, which does not add rarity and generally reduces collector appeal and value. The year 2004 saw the production of millions of 20-pence coins intended for everyday use, making the date itself common rather than scarce, and unless the coin is in exceptional uncirculated condition, a proof strike, or a professionally authenticated mint error, its market value typically remains close to face value, with heavy spotting further limiting any premium. Cleaning or polishing the coin in an attempt to remove stains is strongly discouraged because it damages the original surface, leaves unnatural shine and hairline scratches, and permanently lowers interest among collectors, who prefer coins to retain their natural surfaces even when toned or spotted. In conclusion, a 2004 Queen Elizabeth II 20-pence coin with visible spots, a female portrait, and no mint mark is best understood as a standard circulated British coin, whose appearance reflects normal aging, handling, and environmental exposure over time, not an unusual or rare minting characteristic. Please like and subscribe to my channel.